Hello, cosplay world. I'm here enunciating so that you can hear me because I know the microphone is not always the best for the camera. At least not compared to my voiceover work, and I don't see the point of voiceovering it when I'm talking directly to you, the camera, and the camera is 3 feet away, 2.5, I don't know. Anyway, I got 2 questions this week. One was regarding the Leaf Ninja, or the plant ninja guy from Naruto. He's evil. I forget his real name. I don't know names too well in the first place. But he wants to know how to do that the Venus the Venus flytrap thing on his head. Now, I've seen this done a couple times. Mostly, it's mostly cloth supported with some kind of mesh or something to hold it in place, and it's sewn on. That's okay, because I mean, it was okay for them, so why not for everyone else? It just is a matter of sewing up fairly cleanly, I guess. But there are a variety of options because you got texture and style and all those good things that you can choose from. And one is not necessarily better or better than the others. It's kind of a matter of opinion. So I have other options here. I have stiffened felt. This is black, but you can get this in green. I think you can get this in fabric stores, just the same as cloth and things like that. Same story goes with the foamies, although you'll probably want to get this is 1/8 inch, you probably want to get 1/4 inch thick, the thicker stuff, to more supports the shape a little bit better. I don't know, I don't really like this because it can tear. This will hold up a bit better. The fabric you can get at the fabric stores, but this you get it at a home improvement store. They do sell a white, smaller mesh at the fabric stores, but it's a bit more expensive and it comes in sheets that are not as big as I think he'd want. Okay, so what I really think would be cool, what I think I have not seen done, is a big old palm frond. Now what you can do is you can find these big palm fronds. They're like 3 feet in diameter, pretty big. I think that's enough to work with to cut out the shape and then go around the head, right? I'd love to see someone cut that stencil out, and you have to iron it into the right shape to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, or you make sure it looks right. But yeah, I think that would be super cool to get a big old palm frond, cut the shape out, stick it in the collar, or I think you probably need some sort of support in the collar, and then get those teeth and iron the teeth into right angles from it. And there you go. Just so it looks a little bit more leafy. Yeah, a little bit more leafy. I mean, you can paint all these materials up to look a little bit more realistic and all that, for pictures anyway. But I don't know. I'd be interested in seeing that, really. Someone taking one of those big palm fronds. It might cost you $12 each or something like that. Maybe more. Maybe 20. Maybe $20 a palm frond. And you'll need 2, of course, one for each side. Or he'll need them anyway. But I mean, the equipment and all the bits and pieces, I don't know. I think you're running about even. You know, half a foot of one thing, 6 inches of another. It's actually, I don't think it would be that hard either. Just cut it out and iron it. You're good. That's what I'd like to see. I don't know. But it's ultimately up to whoever makes its decision. My second question is this little baby right here. Now this is a picture, but it's actually only about as big as a fist. It's only about that big. And I was asking how I would go about making this, or any suggestions for them, because I mean I got a lot of equipment here. I don't expect everyone to have all my stuff. So I gotta give them advice that they can use. This looks like glass. I mean, you can probably hunt around and find something relatively close to the shape. You might have to very carefully score and cut this glass, which is obviously dangerous, so be careful with that. And one thing she mentioned was having problems with this bit on top and this bit on bottom, because she was going to initially go with EPS foam, and it's kind of too small for that to work right. I think she also wanted to know about this jewel in the middle and these little gears. The jewel in the middle I've actually cast with the crystal clear, and you can put the dye and all those good things, and this glows. Now, if you saw my light up staff, you saw me cast a jewel, you saw me put the LED in there and all those good things, I do it exactly the same way. Now, you wouldn't have very much room to put the LED in there, but it'd be cool. And you're going to need to support this from a wire anyway, so may as well use that wire to conduct electricity and light up your jewel. So yeah, just sink an LED in there, and have it suspended from the wires. These two, I guess you could glue them together at where they intersect, and then maybe two more like fishing lines here and here to hold it in place. And then you put a little cavity with a battery in it, and you can get these batteries. These are 3 volts. That's I think that'll light up an LED pretty good. And you can hide it right in there. Even, yeah, I guess you could pop this top part out and wiring. I guess the last problem I need to address is these bits here. Now, I think I have to fall back to PVC or Sentra. Sentra is the brand name people know it by, or it could be sold under another whole ton of other names. But what you can do is you can go into hobby stores and you can buy this in a sheet of about as big as this piece of paper here, actually. And I don't think you'll need much more of that. Just cut out a bunch of circles and layer them to look like the tops and bottoms, and glue them together. You have to glue on the wire bits and things like that. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. But you can see there's lots of striations in here that you can take advantage of with this PVC. I think you can find it in, most hobby stores, like train stores. Yeah, if you go into like a train store, you'll see it near the train and things like that. They'll have different thicknesses too if you want to really get into that level of detail. The hot plastic glue, you don't necessarily need to buy my brand of glue. In fact, super glue will probably work just fine for your purposes. It's not going under extreme pressures and terrible damage and all that good stuff. So as long as you take care of it, regular glue will be just fine. I think this is a little bit of damage here, and this stuff looks, you can make it look like this with a bit of, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking, is falling back to some PVC sheeting. Yeah, you don't need to get it in these big old sheets like I got over here. You can get them in little small sheets, and then of course cut it out with the good old-fashioned hot knife, or you have to say a hot knife because these circles will be pretty hard to cut out if you try to use a box cutter, honestly. But they also sell the hot knives in the hobby stores as well, so you shouldn't be too bad off there. Oh well. I think that's it. I think I hope that answers everyone's questions here. You could also go in with, like a hard material. You can go in with a medium density fiberboard and try doing the same thing. With bits of layers of thin wood and try to do the same thing. And that shouldn't be that hard, really. You can get some 1/4 inch, a bit of 1/2 inch, and layer them together too. You can work it with it like that. But I don't know, if you're putting wire on the inside, maybe you want to go with the plastic, because it's a bit easier to put all those internal mechanisms in plastic with wiring. Also, I don't know what tools you have, so a whole ton of options. Every scenario. Ranting. Okay, Cosplay World, I think I'm going to end it there. I'm going to say thanks for watching. Send me in more questions. I'm more than happy to answer them for you, because I'm pretty sure that there's somebody else with similar questions just like you who may be asking them in a forum. And what I'll do is I'll say, hey, check out this video, and I'll link to it, and that'll save me a paragraph or two, and paragraph or two takes me at least in half an hour, maybe an hour to write. If you guys didn't know, totally still dyslexic. Tomorrow I'm going to have, I'm going to make a video on my plastic stuff I'm making. I'd like to hear your input on that. Then I have a monstrous arm for you all to make. I made out a monstrous arm. out of Wonderflex, and it's pretty awesome. But I don't know. I'll let you off now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the button.